What's up, kings, queens, everything in between? Welcome back to an episode, One Time for a Good Time. And the other day, I was on my Discord server and we have this venting chat, and I just wrote something out on there, and I said, I wonder, am I going through this because I know something good is going to come into my life? Or am I going through this because my mental health is spiraling and I just don't realize it yet? And I put it into the chat waiting for someone to answer, waiting for someone to respond, and no one did, which was fine. But I think about what I said a lot recently, because it's like, am I going through depression? Am I going through anxiety so much right now because there's a light at the end of the tunnel? Because there's a door I need to open. There's something that I can find out of it and make it beautiful. Or am I going through this because I just truly am spiraling as a human being, and I'm not realizing that this is an obstacle. This is something that you need to grab by the horns and take care of. And recently I've been dissociating myself a lot. I look at internet sleuths, I look at people that go to the internet or go to social media to escape reality. I always thought that was interesting. Like, what is it in this world that is so hard for people that they can't feel like they can be seen in reality, so they have to make up an account or they have to make up a profile to be heard, to get their thoughts out. You see it with trolls on the internet. Like, these are people saying things that they would never say to your face. It's like the internet gives people this new type of confidence, this new type of identity where it's like there is no consequences, there is no backlash. Like, I could come on here and say whatever I want and log off and not think about it. And I was wondering, why is that? Why is it that we have this platform and people feel more free on this platform than they do in a social situation where when it's one-on-one or 1-on-10 or a group setting? And for me personally, I know that when it came to making my podcast, I could say things on here that I haven't said to people I loved. I could express myself in a way that people will understand across the world, that maybe people in my own circle wouldn't understand. I think it's easy to find love and happiness and friends in something when people are searching for that same thing. So let's say I'm into anime and I join like 15 anime groups. Now, like, I have like this like psychological like fake family because we all love anime and we all bond over this. And when you develop these connections and you develop these relationships, you think, I don't need anything else. You have a hard day at work, you can't pay a bill, you're struggling in your real life. Let me go online and talk to people to get my mind off it. And if you think about it psychologically, it's very unhealthy. It causes social anxiety, it causes isolation, it causes dissociation, but that is somebody's coping mechanism. That is somebody's happiness. And so many people do it all the time. Like, for me, I had to catch myself and was like, damn, why is it that I spend my time more online than I do with people in my real life? And I made the excuse, I'm marketing, or I'm being an entrepreneur and I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And that is true. I do have to market, I do have to be an entrepreneur, I do have to work online. But I was like, that's not the reason I'm using online. Every time I've ever got into a rut, every time I've ever felt something or been emotional or had a reaction, let's go watch a movie, let's go chill out, let's go play a game or look at something or go on YouTube and block out everything around me. And so now, as I sit here in this depressive state that's been going on for like a couple weeks now, I wonder, is this an obstacle I need to get over? to have something good come in my life? Or is this something that is just truly spiraling and I'm not realizing it? Because the last time I've been where I'm at now was when I was 14 and 15. And that was like the worst years out of the 8-year stint of me having depression. And I know I never want to get back to that point. But also I know when hardship comes into my life, I see it as something that's beautiful, that's going to come out on the other end of the tunnel, and that's going to shine through. And for this situation, I hope that's that. But mental health, you just never know. And so you sit here wanting to crawl away, wanting to disappear, wanting to be this like hermit and not talk to nobody and not make connections and, barely wash yourself. And you're thinking, I gotta keep going. I gotta get myself out this rut. I gotta bring myself out of this depression. So many people out there are literally hurting themselves, banging their heads on a wall, asking, why is my brain like this? Why is my brain malfunctioning? What is it that I did for it to treat me this way? We disassociate because we feel like if we don't have a place to go, then we can't live in the place we're in. Reality is hard. And it sucks. Like, no one wants to think about having to live paycheck to paycheck. No one wants to think about keeping food on their table or keeping in contact with friends or keeping a job. No one wants to think about these things, but so much goes on with the pandemic. The pandemic damn near forced everyone just to go online because everybody was locked away. And their only sanity was the internet, was forums, group chats, YouTube, things that there was no human connection. A lot of people use the internet to feel not alone. And I think when capitalism sees that in people, when capitalism sees mental health, when they see that there's people out there that can't talk or communicate with each other, or they see that people prefer to stay on a computer for 8 hours a day, 20 hours a day, 7 days a week, they start to market to that. Oh, you don't know how to go outside, or you don't want to go outside, or you have social anxiety, or you have this. Let's make VR. Let's give you a headset where you can virtually walk wherever you want, go to anywhere you want. Oh, you don't know how to make friends, or you can't make friends where you're at. Let's make Discord. Let's make Reddit. Let's make Instagram. Let's make Facebook. Let's make everything we can make so you can show whatever you want to whoever you want, wherever they are. And so now there's this confidence. It's like, oh, I can be whoever I want. I can say whatever I want. Like, I can go to the prettiest girl I ever seen's profile and say that she's beautiful and not have her ever see my face. Or I can go to somebody that I don't like and say I hate your work and not have any consequences. It's fueling for people to not be who they are. It's fueling for people to not go out and be the person they should be. So you make TikTok where you can see hundreds and hundreds of content in a span of 3 minutes and not go anywhere but still feel connected. I think it's so sad that there's so many people out there in this world that is just disconnected. Some more disconnected than others, but nonetheless disconnected. Like, I know there's plenty of people where if this internet shit just disappeared and went offline and just never existed, people will go insane. Because what's going to feed their alter ego? People, when it comes to internet sleuths, they become the people that they always wanted to be. That confidence they always wanted is there. the jokes they always wanted to tell is there. And so you think, how is it that we can get to a point where we all as a society stop dissociating and we can actually be a part of reality and not be so stressed out and not use the internet as a coping mechanism, or only use it for, I guess, good things? How is it that we can not use Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or Reddit as a place to envy and to lurk, but just use it as a place where we can talk to our friends? The internet was never supposed to be what it was today. It just became that. It wasn't supposed to be a troll fest. It wasn't supposed to be a place where people got bullied, or a place where people only came to communicate with people. It was supposed to just be something experimental. Oh, you want a place where you can put your photos and have people see? Okay, I can make that. We're the ones that make the internet dangerous. Disassociating and finding a reality in different things shouldn't be a bad thing. But what makes it a bad thing is how long we stay. When we don't realize this isn't real, when you realize that talking to somebody across the world, is it going to work for you? That it's unlikely that people will buy plane tickets. It's unlikely that people will come to you, or you come to them, or y'all start something. Disassociation is a problem when you start to think this could be real. This could be life. And it's beautiful. It's great that there's places out there where people can go and be themselves, regardless if you're gay, or if you're a weebie, or if you're black, or if you're white, or you're a teen, or you're adult. It's great. That's amazing. Everyone loves to go to places where you can be who you want to be. But I think the most dangerous thing is when you log off and you click offline and you come back to reality and you realize, I was never that. And I maybe am in a situation where I can never be that. And that's what affects the mental health. And that's what makes a person spiral and question themselves and harm themselves and make them realize what's real and what's not. Because, oh dang, like I just spent the last 5, 6, 7, 8 hours doing what I want. But now I'm back. And it feel like you didn't do anything. Now I'm the real me. Now I'm my real persona. And now I feel like I'm nothing. And I have to constantly put on this mask to feed the life in me, so I can have something to keep me pushing, so I can have something to give me purpose. A lot of people don't realize how hard it is to get up and talk to somebody in real life, or to ask for instructions, or to be friends with somebody, or to even start a conversation. It's easier to type. It's easier to send a picture. It's easier to be nobody behind a name, a fake name. I feel like so many people that are like quote unquote sane, they look at these trolls, they look at internet sleuths, and they wonder, they ask, like I've seen it everywhere on social media, like they ask and be like, why is it that you spend so much time on the internet? Why is it that you invest your lives in these things? And it's like, because to them that is their life. Like them lurking on your page for 30 hours a day is their life. You know, them trolling and sending cyber bully text message is their life. And it fucking sucks and it's annoying, because at the end of the day, no one deserves that. No one deserves to be cyber bullied. Nobody deserves to be treated badly. But that's them. And so it's a lose-lose situation for people that use the internet for what it's supposed to, and for the people that use the internet for something else. It's a lose-lose, because for the people that want to go on there and share their business or do whatever they want to do, can't, because you have the other ones that feel like they have to attack somebody or feel like they have to live through the internet to be them, and then it makes the people that aren't like that not want to be on the internet because you have these people so invested in it. It's sad, it's almost as if you don't have a personality when it comes to disassociating. It's almost as like you make up your human being like some type of character to function in the real world. And for me personally, I've always questioned, why is it that I need certain things to make me feel good? Why is it that I need certain things to understand or to feel human or to feel right in my body? And all I've done is limit my time on the internet and realize, okay, this isn't what you want or think it should be. And I think when it got to that point, it became way more easier and bearable. And I stopped disassociating as much as I used to back in the day. But I still have my moments. And I do have empathy for anybody out there that is going through that, where they just don't feel themselves. They don't feel like they belong. They don't feel like they should exist on this planet. I understand looking at a TV show and connecting so much with a character that you feel like they're them, or going on a website and feeling like I should be that, or talking to somebody in a group chat and feeling like we're one. I completely understand that feeling, and I wanted to talk about it in today's episode because so many people go through this. So many people have disassociation, and it feels lonely. It feels like, why am I doing this to myself? Why am I feeling like I need to be something else to be me? It's understandable. It really is. But it's just something that I feel like all of us do. Some more severe than others, but we all do it, and we all have a problem with it. And I wanted to talk about it because every time I see videos on disassociation, it's always from a therapist perspective. It's always from a medical perspective, but I don't think it's like ever talked about from somebody that actually disassociates and actually goes through the problem of sitting down and questioning what is going on with you. Why are you acting like this? What makes you feel like you can't connect with reality? You can't communicate with people, or you can't go out and have the same conversations as if you would if you were on Discord. Why is it that you can't express yourself like you can on your podcast? And I just wanted to give this a space and a platform for anybody out there that's going through the same thing. Please, if you are willing, share your story in the comments. Tell me what's going on. Like, I would love to hear if anybody else is going through the same thing. I would love to talk about why, or if you use the internet to be who you want to be and be the person you are. What makes you so afraid to connect? What makes you not understand why reality is so hard? These are questions I would love for you guys to answer and start a conversation in the comment section down below, because it is an interesting topic. It really is. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.